You're watching Game Show Network.
You can win $32,000 on the turn of a card on Card Sharks. And if you play your cards right, you can win this beautiful Renault Alliance. And now, the host of Card Sharks, Bill Rafferty.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Gene. Welcome, everybody at home, to the end of the week here on Card Sharks. And I can't think of a better way to end the week than to start it off with somebody, hopefully, winning a brand new car. Let's meet our champion now, Diane. She hopes to do that. Hi, Diane.
Hi, Bill.
Nice to see you.
You too.
Why don't you do me a favor and let the folks at home know a little bit about yourself, please?
Well, my name is Diane Malenik. I'm out here on vacation from New Jersey, where I am a housewife and a mother.
A housewife and a mother who now has $5,200 in her pocket right now.
Right.
Good for you. You'll find a use for that.
Oh, I sure will.
Good for you. Let's get started right now. Here comes Lacey Pemberton with you, Joker. She's going to give it to you. Why don't you hold on to that? Come stand over here and watch Susanna Williams drag in the cards for you. Because that Joker entitles you with a chance to win that fabulous Renault that Gene's going to tell you about right now.
The new 1987 Renault Alliance DL is powered by a four-cylinder, electronically fuel-injected overhead cam engine. Its special features include vanity mirror, child-proof door locks, center console, color-keyed interior, and carpeting furnished by Renault.
All right.
Good luck.
That's a nice little car there.
Yeah,
Get that back to Jersey for you.
we will.
In front of you are 7 numbered cards. Behind one of them is the word car. Go find it with that Joker, and I'm going to give you that card. She says number 5. You know why that rings a bell? Because the contestant that was on before you, the champion that was on before you, went here 5 times trying to win this car and never got it. There's no rhyme or reason to this. Why did you pick number 5?
My husband loves the number 5.
He loves the number 5.
And he went through this with me all the way, so we're doing it for
So
him.
he says this is it.
Yeah.
The word car is going to
Yeah.
be behind number 5.
Yeah.
No. He should have thought a wee bit smaller. It was behind number 1. It is right here. That's where it was. But the good news is you've got $5,200. You are the returning champion. And after you get by our next challenger, if you come back and repeat, you'll get another shot at it. But careful right now. Go over there and stand at your champion's podium, and let's say hello to Pete.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Hi, Pete.
How you
Welcome
doing, Bill?
to you, sir. Introduce yourself to the folks at home, please.
I'm Edsel Peters, also known as Pete. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, married, 2 children, and I'm here to play Card Sharks.
That's it. No doubt in this man's mind about it. Welcome to you, sir. And I know you've cut your cards backstage. Good luck to both the contestants. Again, we always like to remind you that we have prize cards in the deck, and they come up from time to time, and they sweeten the pot, and they make the game worth playing. We have got a trip to Rio de Janeiro in the deck today. Can't beat that with a stick. I'll tell you that right now.
Boy.
And Lacey's already dealt out the cards for game number 1. Isn't she amazing? Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our audience polling group, our 10 married women. All right, there they are, standing in place. Nice-looking ladies. They have been with us all week. I've had some fun with them, and I've teased them, and they have been great sports. Give them a nice round of applause. They are just terrific. All right, Diane, questions for you. Before the show, we asked these 10 married women, have you ever thrown water on your husband to wake him up? How many of these 10 women have done that?
Well, personally, I've never had to do it. My husband's a morning person. He wakes up singing, and, sometimes it gets. But I know there are men that you have to drag out of bed. So I'm gonna say a little low, 3.
3. Pete, what do you think, sir?
Well, I'm gonna say just a little higher. Of course, my wife doesn't have to throw water on me. It's me throwing water on her.
Oh, okay.
But the thing about it is that I think it's just going to be a little higher.
A little higher. So Diane says 3. Pete says it's a little bit higher. I can't believe this question. The actual number of these women who have thrown water on their husband to wake him up is 2. It is not higher, it is lower. I was even going to go lower than that. I figured maybe 1, but 2. Who were the 2 who did this? Kathy and Acker? Acker, what happened? Tell us.
Well, we were having a fight one night, and he went to bed, and I sat there and I seized about it, and I finally went and got some ice water and threw it on him to wake him up.
To wake him up?
Yeah.
Just so you could fight again?
You bet.
Now, that is a purposeful young lady over there. Have a seat, ladies. Thank you very much. I'm going to fight. It's on to fight. Let's do it. All right, Diane, you get a shot. Let's take a look at this. Tell me what you want to do. Good card.
We're going to go higher.
Higher than a 3, she says it's a 10.
Lower.
Lower than a 10, it is a queen. That's the luck of the cards. I have no control over what they do, but Pete does get a free shot, and he has to play from this card. It's a 9.
I'm going to go lower, Bill.
Lower than a 9, it is an 8.
I am going to go lower. Lower.
Going to go lower, huh?
Lower.
It's right in the middle. It goes either way. He says lower than an 8. It is a 4.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 4. It is a 2. Again, the cards are the cards, and they do what they want. We'll be back with more Card Sharks right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are. We are in the middle of our first game, and not a lot of damage done on the cards. Both the players got a shot at it and went right back to their base cards. Let's continue on with our next question. This is for you, Pete. Educated guess. How many gallons are in a barrel of oil? That's our crack research staff working OT on this one again, boy. How many gallons are in a barrel of oil?
That is an educated guess. I would believe there's about 500 gallons.
Pete says 500. Diane, higher or lower?
When I think of a barrel of oil, I'm not thinking of a truck of oil, so I'm thinking something small, lower.
Lower than that.
Lower than
He's
that.
going lower.
Yeah.
Well, crowded. The actual number of gallons in a barrel of oil is 42. It is a lot lower. It is a lot lower.
Okay.
All right, Diane, here's a 3. It's
We're
good
going to
card.
keep that 3, and we're going to go higher.
Higher than a 3, it is an 8.
I'm not playing with it. I'm freezing.
She stays right there?
Yeah, I'm not going to play
no
with
guts,
that.
no glory. I wanted to see somebody play it. All right, she freezes there, and the reason she froze this next question is for her, and if she gets it right, she can change it. So there's a little thought here. Diane, we surveyed 100 top business executives across the country, and we asked them, is your secretary a man? How many top business executives said their secretary is a man?
Well, I was in the business world before I had my son, and I know in our office there were none. And I worked with a lot of attorneys, and I can't think of one, so I think that's going to be a pretty low number, 22.
22.
22.
Pete, what do you think?
Well, I worked in an office, and we had only just about maybe 1 or 2 male secretaries. I think that number is going to be just a little lower.
A little lower than that.
Just a little lower than
A little lower than that. The actual number of top executives whose secretary is a man is 2. You had him. All right, Pete. Here's your 9. What do we want to do with it?
I want to change that card.
All right, sir. That 9 now becomes a 2.
Higher.
Higher. It's a king.
Lower.
Lower. It is his and her watches. His and her watches, the prize card again we're talking about. Here comes Susanna to put it on Pete's side of the board right now. And Lacey will replace that card. We have a king. Lower.
Lower.
He says lower again. Here's a 5.
Higher.
Higher than a 5. Here is a king.
Lower.
Lower for game number 1. It is... Way to go, Pete. You did it, sir. Pete has just won number 1 game for him. He's got it in his pocket. If he wins the next game, he's going to be the new champ and go on to the money cards. Diane has to stop him, and you'll see what happens right after this. Here we are. We are back right now in a must-win situation for Diane. Lacey Pemberton, unflappable Lacey, has dealt out the cards for game number 2 right now. And the first question in game number 2 goes to Pete. We surveyed 100 top fashion models, and we asked them, for $10,000, would you pose in the nude for a magazine centerfold? And most of these models said, I don't have $10,000. No. How many top models said for $10,000 they would pose in the nude?
I don't think that number is going to be very high. There's been probably several scandals in regard to a lot of the models who are posing in the nude. I think that number is going to be relatively low. I'm going to say somewhere around 24.
24. Diane, higher or lower?
I think that number is going to be lower. To a top fashion model, $10,000 is peanuts. So there is no way that they're going to let it all out for $10,000. I think it's lower than 24.
Going lower than 24. The actual number of models who would pose nude for $10,000 is 9. It is lower. It is lower. So Diane goes to the board. You don't happen to have a figure in mind, do you, that you...
Me? No.
12, 13,000?
Oh, are you kidding?
It's okay.
You know me, Bill.
Just submit a bid. That's okay.
No.
Diane, take a look at this card. It is a jack.
We're going lower.
Lower. It is a 7.
We're freezing. I have to freeze it.
She freezes
You've got
on
a
a
game
7.
over me. I have to freeze
Oh, Diane. All right, we'll freeze on the 7. Next question goes to Diane. This is for her. And this is going to be our audience poll group. They are all in place right there. Our 10 married ladies. There they are. Before the show, Diane, we asked these 10 married women, can you generally get your husband to do what you want him to? How many of these 10 women can get their husband to do what they want?
Well, I know that with the love that my husband and I have for each other, he gets what he wants, I get what I want. And they look like they have some good, stable marriages and love, so I'm going to say it's going to be around 6.
6. Right in the fence, in the middle. Pete, what do you think?
Well, looking at these ladies, they look very good. I think they're very persuasive. I think that number is going to be just a little higher, just a little higher.
A little bit higher. The actual number of these women who can get their husband to do what they want is 9. I mean, there's one out there who can't move the old man. Who is that? Let me just see who. Oh, Kathy. Kathy, you work on him. I'll give you a tip. Learn the word, just between you and me. Learn the word no. Use it when you think best, Kathy. Take that from me to you. No.
You got
That's
it.
all you said. Thank you very much, ladies. Have a seat. All right. Pete, here's your card. What do you want to do?
I want to change that card, Bill.
Changes a 6 to a queen.
Lower.
Lower than
Lower.
a queen. It is a dining suite. She's already got one prize up there already, his and her watches, and Susanna's putting the dining suite right up there to a little sweet in the pot right here, and you can only win those prizes if you win the match. We've replaced the card. We've got a queen here. Pete, what do you think?
Lower.
Lower than a queen, it is a 10.
Lower.
Lower than a 10, it is a jack. Now, we get a free shot from a card that Diane refuses to play from.
I'm going to go higher on that.
She's right in the
7.
middle here. She says higher than a 7. It is a 7. So, back to that we go, and over here for another question right after this word from the folks in your neighborhood. Here we are, right in the middle of our second game right now. Must-win situation for Diane. Next question goes to Pete. We surveyed 100 bachelors, and we asked them, have you ever said I love you to a girl and then told another girl the same thing on the same day? How many bachelors admitted they have done that?
Well, I think a lot of bachelors have told girls that they love them, but to tell them they love them on the same day, now that's kind of weird. I think that number is going to be, kind of a relatively low number. I'm going to say somewhere around 40.
40? Relatively low. Relatively low at 40. Diane, what do you think?
I think that number's going to be lower. You know, the bachelors out there, they think they're cool, and they have women, but I don't think that there's that many out there with one on each arm. I think it's going to be lower.
You're going lower. All right. I think last week we had a guy on the show who never even said it. Couldn't say it. A guy named Greg. We had our bachelors on, I remember. The actual number of bachelors who have said, I love you to a girl and then told another girl the same thing on the same day is 27. It is lower. The same day?
Oh, that's awful.
Couldn't even wait a day, Diane.
We're changing that, Bill,
She
please.
says change it. It now becomes a 6.
Higher than that 6. It's
Higher
going to
than
be
a 6.
higher.
It is an 8.
I'm going to freeze it again.
She's going to freeze.
Yeah.
She is going to freeze. She is not going to do it. So now I have to say to Diane and Pete that it is sudden death. This is our 4th and final question. Somebody's got to win the game on this next play of the cards. Control of the board is the whole thing right here. And this question is for Diane. We surveyed 100 teenagers who babysit, and we asked them, when you were babysitting, have you ever invited friends over and had a party? How many teenage babysitters admitted they have invited friends over?
Well, I used to babysit, and I know that I used to have friends over. And we used to have a good old time while I was babysitting, so I think that number's going to be around 47.
47. Pete, what do you think, sir?
Well, if you take teenagers of today, they're going to take a chance on things. Teenagers, I know I have a couple of myself, and I feel that the number is going to be just a little higher.
Okay, a little bit higher? A little bit higher than 47?
Just a little higher than 47.
Getting a lot of applause from the teenagers in the audience. The actual number of teenage babysitters who have invited friends over is 7. It isn't higher, it is lower. Now, Diane, you've got a situation to face. It's sudden death, play or pass. You can change this and play on, but if you make a mistake, Pete's the champion.
I'm going to let Pete do it. He's
All right,
got
she
4
gives it to
cards.
Pete. All right, Pete's got to play off the queen.
Lower, Bill.
He says lower than a queen. Every turn of the card here is for the game. Lower than a queen, it is a deuce.
Higher.
Higher than a 2, it is a 6.
Higher.
Higher than a 6, it is a 4. Diane did it.
Time now, baby.
Well, that's right decision. Very good decision. All right, that means that we're going to have our tiebreaker right now, and Lacey and Susanna are setting up the board for that right as we speak. And this is 3 questions, 3 cards and 3 questions, and let's get going right now. We're going to give the first one to Pete. Here it is, sir. We asked 100 4th-grade girls if they knew what famous person lived in Sherwood Forest with his merry men. How many 4th-grade girls knew that it was Robin Hood?
I'm going to say that number is relatively high. Really, 4th graders do know that who lived in Sherwood Forest. I'm going to say around 68.
68? What do you think,
I
Diane?
think that number's going to be lower. You know, if you were looking for someone else, Robin Hood, no, they're not going to know. That number's lower.
You're going lower.
Yeah.
The actual number of 4th-grade girls who knew that Robin Hood lived in Sherwood Forest with his merry men is 7. It's lower. It's great. I got a note here on this survey. One girl thought Madonna lived out there. And another one said Maid Marian. So, let's continue on over here with Diane's base card. She can change it if she likes. It is the Dining Suite. Prize cards. They always come up at just about this time. Here it comes. Susanna putting it on Diane's side of the board right now. We'll replace it. Don't forget, now you can change this, Diane. It's a queen.
We're going lower than that queen.
Lower than a queen, it is a 9.
Lower again.
Lower.
Lower
This
than
is
that
game.
9.
This is game match Dining Suite. It is. Way to do it. Pete, you shut you out in the tiebreaker. You didn't even get to it. Right. All right. Well, listen, I want to thank you so much for being here with us today, Pete. You were a terrific contestant. We've got some nice parting gifts for you backstage. Thank you so much. Take care now. Bye-bye. Come on, Diane. Very good. You did it. All right, Gene, why don't you tell Diane about her prize?
The elegant Provincial Oak Dining Furniture by Keller. Solid oak with hand-glazed antique finish. Graceful French provincial design. Provincial Oak by Keller. Congratulations, Diane.
All right. We will be right back, I think, with the money cards and another shot at the car right after this. We'll be right back. We are just about out of time. We are going to pick it up tomorrow. Well, actually, next week. Well, this is the end of a week's worth of shows for us. And I hope you'll join us because Diane's going to the money cars. Hopefully she'll get the car. Lacey Pemberton, Susanna Williams. I'm Bill Rafferty. Gene Wood's on the microphone. We will see you next time right here on Party. Bye-bye.
Some of our departing contestants will receive Charbroil Electric Grill, easy to clean up. Smoky barbecue taste that makes outdoor cooking a flavorful experience. Ideal where open flames are restricted from Charbroil. And Dove and William Morrow's complete library of books on cassette and cassette player. Here, best-selling authors and distinguished actors on Dove and William Morrow books on tape. Harvest Saver Dehydrator preserves delicious fruits and vegetables, makes rich, creamy yogurt, grows salad sprouts to make fruit roll-ups, furnished by Harvest Saver. From the Eureka Company, the Mighty Mite. Powerful yet lightweight with complete attachments. The Eureka Mighty Mite makes cleaning mighty easy. The Regency R1070 programmable 10-channel scanner lets you tune in to police, fire, emergency, and weather broadcasts. Furnished by Regency. A serving tray and Orapic, the black fighter proven safe and effective in clinical tests. Orapic, the only portable dental instrument recognized by the American Dental Association. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson television production.
Get ready to play games with Nancy Sullivan and Dave Nemeth on Game TV. Then don't miss the lowdown sales with Tom Kennedy on The Price is Right, only on Game Show Network.